Welcome, absolutely everyone, to Broke and Gaming. I'm your co-host, Shea.
I am your other co-host, Dan. And hey, Shea, what have you been playing recently?
Well, Dan, it's been a plethora of games that I've played a lot already. So NHL 25 at the top of the list, with the excitement of Alex Ovechkin breaking the goal-scoring record this weekend. I've been really diving deep into NHL 25. Both of my goalies suck. Just throwing that out there right off the bat. The one I knew about, the other one is the rookie who in real life is having a great year. In my game, gives up 4 goals a night. So
Yeah.
live, laugh, lose your mind while you rage quit every time he gives up some soft 90-foot goal from a defenseman with a weak shot.
It bounced off of someone's skate. It just goes right in the net.
Oh my god, the number of times that's happened, Dan. Also, oh man, this is the thing that frustrates the fuck out of me because the CPU goalies seem to know how to find a puck that's already behind them. Like they can throw their hand back and as it squeaks under their legs, they know where it is. My goalies just dive helplessly into the back of the net as the puck slides under their mask, and it's so fucking frustrating.
Amazing.
Yeah. So anyway, I've been playing a lot of NHL 25. I've been playing Kingdoms of Amalur, Re-Reckoning a good bit. Man, I really like that game, but I wish that it didn't belong to the state of Rhode Island. So
I don't think it does anymore.
No?
No, but that was like, because we've now touched upon this a couple times with the whole Kurt Schilling thing, but like they had the rights to it at some point. I don't think it is current.
I don't think so either, or else they couldn't have made the Re-Reckoning version.
Yeah.
But you know who else was involved in that project originally?
I imagine I did at some point. But...
I'm sure that you did. It's fucking fantasy juggernaut author R.A. Salvatore was involved, was the one who wrote Kingdoms of Amalur.
Okay.
He wrote that. But anyway, so we're playing that, and it's...
Wait, what would I know him for?
He wrote some Star Wars books, and...
Oh, okay.
I couldn't tell you a book that he's written, but I, like...
You know the name.
But that's because I don't read that genre.
Yeah.
But I know his name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyway. Another game I tried out is a game called Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. Xbox had a demo of this game on their store, and I was like, oh, great, I'll try this instead of paying $60 for a game I know nothing about. In it, you play 2 ghost hunters, one of whom is named Red, because he's Scottish, and the other one's name is Duarte, and they run a little ghost hunting agency, and they go to a town in New England to banish ghosts.
Okay.
Which, you know, why not? But it's set during, like, the colonial age of the United States. It's... They did a great job of explaining away not having to make, like, child models in the game. When you get there, they're like, yeah, it's been so dangerous, we sent the kids to a different town completely.
Brilliant.
And I was like, what?
Brilliant.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking whack.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Yeah, so I played that game a little bit. I like it. It's well constructed, with the exception of like the button layout for the controller is like weird and not intuitive. And when I say not intuitive, what I mean by that is that like every other action game that I've ever played has like a similar button layout, and they're just like, what if you forget all of that real quick and just abandon all fucking 20 years of gaming you've been doing? And it's been a little bit of a struggle to get into the game because of the button layout, but overall it's been a good experience. The writing is a little bit clunky. I forget the name of the studio, but I think it's like their first like.
So the developer is Don't Nod. I'm looking up information because I know nothing about this game.
Yeah, I'd never heard of it.
Let's see.
French publisher in Paris. Is this who developed the game, or is
That's
this just
the
the
developer.
publisher?
They did Life is Strange.
Really?
Between them and Square Enix.
Huh.
They did Vampire with a Y. They did...
Oh, boy. That is a bad game.
Yeah. That's the one where you're like a doctor, and is that the one I'm thinking of? You're a doctor and you're like, I can't kill people, but like I have this bloodlust. And so you
Yeah,
only
exactly.
like, you're the Dexter of vampires,
like
basically. You only kill bad dudes. Is that right? Okay.
Right.
Great. Good.
Yeah.
So like that actually seems
Yeah.
like, from what you're describing, especially with like time period and stuff, Banishers kind of feels like a successor to that. Not direct, but
spiritually.
And
for
I remember
sure.
the button layout for Vampire was also dog shit.
Well, if they're from France, they do everything on the other side of the road there.
Yes,
so
that's correct. I do have a question though. With the Scottish character, like, is there any real reason to have him be Scottish, or was it just like an odd choice? Because if we're talking about colonial United States, because I see that the other protag is like a woman of color. Arguably, neither of those groups would be treated super kindly in...
This was an interesting point that you bring up, Dan, because at the beginning of this game, they have a little script that pops up that says something along the lines of, the era that this is set in sucks ass for most people who aren't white.
It literally says that? This was a full shot in the
not
fucking
sucks
dark.
Ass, but...
No, I know, but like, yeah.
But yeah, they were like, hey, it sucks for women and minorities in this era. It would be wrong of us to not include that. And so we have, but just so you know, it's in there.
So it gives you like a trigger warning.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I mean, that sucks.
Also denouncing racism.
Yeah. Like
front end, which is fun.
Like, we didn't want to write this, but we had to. Like, don't shoot the messenger.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. We're French. We have a gleaming history when it comes to cultural sensitivity.
Yeah. I will say they fell into a pretty popular is not the right word, I guess, but pretty prevalent horror trope with one of the two main characters.
I bet I know what you're talking about. Okay.
I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
Because I accidentally spoiled it for myself because I haven't gotten to that part yet.
Sure. It's horror PEMDAS, right? It's order of operations.
Right.
Great.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Don't cut any of that. I love it. That's fucking so stupid. God damn it.
So anyway, I've been playing that a little bit, but Dan, what I want to talk. I messaged you a little while ago and I said, guess what I've been playing again? And you didn't answer, so I just saved it for the show.
Because I knew where we were going, and this is the proper place to do that.
Right? Yeah. It is Greedfall. I've been playing a shit ton of Greedfall.
So, I was wrong.
Oh, what did you think?
Fucking Skyrim. What I did last episode,
no.
but...
No. I've put that down for now. With the rest of the Delphbound recording talent playing the game now, I don't feel an obligation to do so.
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah. No. I started another character in Greedfall, and I decided to go with a primarily magic user because I didn't really lean into that a whole lot in my first playthrough because I thought it was just like grossly outmatched by melee weaponry. And I was right, but it has made the game more challenging, which is...
That's something.
Made it more engaging for me, you know? So, there's that. Haven't really gotten to the story beats about just gross encroachment on native people's lands in the game yet, but it's coming.
It's coming.
And I hope to be done talking about it on the show by the time I get there. So
love it.
Wanted to bring it up this time.
Yeah.
while I'm still making my way through the like home city that you start in. Yeah. So I want to talk about another game I think that I liked the best before I talk about the game that I played the most. All right, so the game that I have been playing that I've enjoyed the most is a game called Shadow of the Road. Do you know anything about this, Dan?
No, and roads don't generally cast shadows, so that's interesting. They're pretty flat to the ground.
Be surprised, man.
Overpasses, sure.
What is an overpass but a high road? So, anyway, Shadow of the Road it's in early access right now, which is why I think it's not showing up on my Steam library on the app. But it is a story-driven, turn-based RPG where feudal Japan meets magic and machine. So basically you play as these two guys who were shoguns, or part of a shogunate. Their master was killed. They go on the run. They're now Ronin, I guess.
Yeah.
Just basically they're trying to avenge their master's death. It's like a party-based game, but you play as like two main protagonists whose names are escaping me, but I'll be honest with you, they are like what you would think two Japanese protagonists would be named. It's like Akira and really struggling on the other one's name.
Right.
But anyway, it's like it's honestly the same vein.
Yeah.
It's not Ryu, but it's,
It's one of the grab bag Sataru.
Right, yeah.
Sataru and Akira.
Yeah.
Literally
Yep, there you
Akira.
go.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, Akira was the one I was sure about.
That's such a bummer.
Yeah. It's good. It's it's a turn-based RPG, so it's like right up my fucking alley.
It's your bread and butter.
Also, it throws fucking mechs into feudal Japan.
Yeah,
I'm down with that shit.
Real fucking confused right now. Like looking, the cover art is phenomenal because it looks like a trauma film. I love this. This is crazy.
Yeah. No, it's really fucking good. And when you look it up on Steam, it says that you have to like request access, like there's a waiting list. But no, as soon as you hit the button, they're like, "Yeah, you got
Please
it, bud.
play it. Please, come on."
Yeah, please. Yeah.
We took a real gamble. We're in it.
Yeah, right. We're in so fucking deep. So that game might not come out for, I don't know, 15, 20 years, but I'm having fun with their early access version right now.
Man, oh man.
That was Shadow of the Road, the game that I've had the most fun with, I would say. Although, the game that I've played the most is a little game called Sinking City.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
We talked about this one a little bit, yeah. I'm going to describe the game, and you tell me the episode that we covered this exact game in, all right?
Okay, great. Yeah.
In kind of industrial era United States, you play a detective who's having visions of Cthulhian demons as he navigates through a Lovecraftian world in, I would say, Massachusetts, I think, in an effort to cure himself of these ailments. Can you tell me the game it is that we covered?
Sounds already? A lot like My Name is Mayo. No, Call of Cthulhu. That's pretty much exactly Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah, no, it is, exactly. And I'll tell you why, and I did tell you why, Dan, but I'll tell the listener why now. The studio that made The Sinking City, which is, I think it's Frogware Games, I want to say.
Absolutely.
Frogware Games made Call of Cthulhu, like, almost all the way through. And then they got a license to make a Sherlock Holmes game, and they said, well, fuck this game.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. And so whoever the publisher was passed it on to a different studio, and they made Call of Cthulhu. Then, about a year later, Frogware Games was like, well, we have all of this shit sitting around still, so they made Sinking City. With the exact same plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's Sinking City, a really, like, hard-boiled noir detective game. They lean, I would say, heavier into the, like, supernatural issues that the main character is having.
Yeah.
Like, that's part of his investigative toolkit, is his visions and illness, I suppose. But yeah, that's why it's the exact same fucking game.
That's so ridiculous. Were they like, well, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is slightly less problematic than Lovecraft.
Look, I don't know why they did what they did, but they did it, and they just launched and successfully funded fully their sequel on Kickstarter. So, Sinking City 2 coming to I guess not a GameStop, but a Target, I guess?
Maybe.
Near you. 2026 or 7 or 8 or later.
Is it like still sinking, baby?
Do you want to know something crazy? What? One of the stretch goals for this game, for Sinking City 2, was, like, if we hit this number, we're going to include an area that was in the first game. And it's like, okay, so one of your stretch goals is if you raise too much money, you're going to reuse assets.
Yeah, right? How
fucking,
very
you know what, man?
Yakuza of
fucking
them.
Good for them. Because they did it, you know? They did it. They tricked not hundreds of thousands, but thousands of people into giving them money to reuse assets.
Do you remember on DVDs where they used to like include like for special edition versions of certain movies, they would have both letterbox and widescreen version, like they would have the different formats.
Yeah.
That's kind of what this feels like a little bit.
Yeah. It's like, look how much cooler this is with the same thing that we already did.
Yeah. Fucking.
And even though you gave us more money, we used less of it to make this part.
Yeah. Jesus.
Crazy.
Pretty good.
Yeah. You know what, man? Fucking hats off to them. They got it fully funded.
I love a good scam.
They hit all their stretch goals. You know, it's fucking good for you, Frogware.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So anyway, that's what I've been playing. Sinking City has been most of the time, but Shadow of the Road is, I think, the best game.
Yeah, that looks really interesting.
But what about you, Dan? What have you been playing?
Not nearly as much as you. Let's see. So, I finished Skyrim for the first time ever.
I mean, you don't ever truly finish that game, but yeah.
No, once it has its claws in you, realistically, you never truly finish the game. But
that is correct.
Like,
look at me, I'm playing the game 15 fucking years.
Yeah.
Long it's been out.
Anyway, so No, you're fine. So I like maxed a bunch of stats for the first time. So I got to like level 100 in lockpicking, in smithing, in sneaking, in archery, like a bunch of different stuff. I did the legend thing for the first time.
Oh my god, for the first time?
Literally ever, because I never saw the point in it. And also I didn't like when it came to stuff like archery, like I didn't want to lose all of those things, you know? Like I didn't want any of the perks that you get along the way. With like lockpicking, it never really mattered because I was always really like I could do a master lock at level 1.
Yeah, you just need to have enough lockpicks.
Yeah, and a lot of patience.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
So like I legended that, and I'm like, the only real purpose for it is that you can level up beyond, right? Like that's the whole deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I did that.
It lets you kind of change your build by being able to throw those skill points that you already have back into other things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So when you legendary the skill, you get like every skill point that you've spent in that branch, you get back. And you can either spend them up to the point where you could if you started over in the skill, or you can redistribute them in different skills. So like if you've been just chomping at the bit to get that final skill point into smithing, for example.
Sure.
Once you master sneak, you can just take all of those skills and put them back into other skills.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't think I put like anything into lockpicking. Maybe like one.
Oh my god. Yeah, sure.
Because I don't need to.
Yeah. No, I gotcha.
I like in terms of actual perks and stuff, like it was mostly archery, sneak, and smithing anyway.
Yeah.
A little bit with one-handed, a little bit with like, but like those were my primary focuses because I went back to my tried and true. Like I'm gonna fucking get to what the traditional end game is for the first time ever.
Sure.
So I'm like, if I'm gonna do that, I need to do with the shit that I would do. But like I'll sink some into enchantment so I can get like the doubles and stuff like that. But like for whatever reason, I went with a heavy armor build for the first time. Like really, really went on that because I was always light armor because it just made the most sense.
Dragon bone, baby.
It sucks. It's not good. It's worse than the Daedric, and I don't understand why. So you're level 90
because it doesn't
perk.
fucking look as cool.
It doesn't look as cool, and it's stat-wise not as good. I don't understand what the purpose of it is. And you spend half the game like dealing with bones and scales to try to like build this stuff up, and like the weapons are worse too. Like nothing about the dragon shit is any good aside from the arrows themselves.
Yeah.
It's 1 point of damage higher than Daedric, and like Daedric hearts are harder to come by than dragon bones at a certain point.
Yeah.
I'm so mad. Like
man, you get to a certain point in that game, you find a dragon every 8 minutes.
Yeah. Like until you fight Alduin, yeah, it's I was fighting like 2 at once in one town at one point. Like an elder dragon and a frost dragon like at the same damn time. It was rough. I had just delivered something to a townsperson,
right? Just try
and watched them die immediately after. And because I dropped it off, apparently they had given word that I was in their will in the 5 seconds between handing them a sword and them getting burned alive. Because, like, I then fast traveled to Whiterun, had a courier come up to me and was like, hey, I have a letter for you. And it was like that I was in this person's will. Like, so quickly. I was like, this is the worst mechanic. I love it. So I've got to say, like, now that I've beaten Alduin, I'm a little disappointed with the end, like the lead up to the end game.
Sure.
Like, it's kind of a nothing battle. Like, the battle at the top of the Throat of the World felt more exciting than the final battle. Am I wrong? Am I alone in that?
No.
Because, like, especially when you have the other heroes, like, fighting with you during that very last battle, like, it's kind of boring. Like, and then they just drop you back off with Parthenax, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
You kept Parthenax alive?
Oh, yeah. I like old beardy boy.
I killed that motherfucker in a
Did you really?
A second. Do
you do that
I killed him.
In most playthroughs?
Almost every time, I think.
Wow.
Listen, man, like, I am not one to be like, to turn down a request from an ancient being who's like, I'm fucking tired of being alive. If he asks me to kill him, I'm gonna kill him.
Oh, yeah, all right. Do the Greybeards get pissed when you do it?
No, they don't care.
They're like, yeah, he's our boss and all, but, like, he was,
Right. Healthcare was bad. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Do you know what it's like for these people?
A 401k? Do they ever match?
The Jarl completely tanked the economy. Like, this is real rough right now. Boy, oh boy. So, yeah, I don't know. Since I have, like, the complete edition, like, I have all of the DLC stuff that I got to do yet, but... yeah, I did it. I can now say I did it. It's like this weird thing that's been looming over me for the last decade and change.
Yeah.
And now I've finally done it. Now I just have to beat Fallout 3, and that'll be all of it. Yeah, right. So then the next game I played, I am not a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, just kind of generally speaking.
Yeah.
I got burned by Sonic Heroes when I was like in my senior year of high school, and I feel like I've never looked back. I'm like, this is really dog shit. I don't understand why I thought this was going to be good, because I thought it was going to be like they build it almost as like a Donkey Kong Country but with Sonic. Like, you could swap between characters, like you had 3 at once, assorted teams of 3. So you were either like Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails, or Amy, Big the Cat, and whatever the
Cream the rabbit.
Yeah. What's her name?
Yeah. Cream,
yes. Yeah. And then there was Team Chaotix, and then the bad dudes with the big robot, the bat.
Shadow.
Shadow.
Rouge
the
Bat. And
you are
Mega
very familiar with this game.
Yeah, dog.
It's not good, and like I wanted it to be really good. And then like Generations looked pretty decent, and I didn't bother with it.
Yeah.
I was really bored the other night, and I downloaded both Sonic Colors.
Oh, boy.
And Sonic Frontiers.
Oh, it gets worse, huh? Sonic Frontiers, just for clarity, that's the open world game that they made, right?
So I played Sonic Colors first.
Okay.
And I'm glad I played Sonic Colors first, because that one is atrocious. It's a fully 3D version of just like what the original games were.
Uh-huh.
Which is like a hit or miss format for them at this point. Like, if the programming for the stages is clunky, like the whole thing is you fucking gotta go fast.
Yeah.
Like, at the end of every stage, they grade you on your speed, and I am not going to waste the time to like figure out the best route in a poorly programmed stage. So I bailed on that pretty quick. Plus, like, the overworld is like a game board type thing.
Oh, boy. Okay.
A la, like, Super Mario Brothers 3 or Super Mario World or whichever.
Yeah.
Just not good. It's not good. And they love creating weird little creatures because they got tired of the chows or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
The things that are spelled like chaos but aren't.
Right, yeah.
So that was bad. For whatever reason, I was like, well, fuck it. Let's try Frontiers. If this is also bad, I'll just clear up the space on my hard drive.
Yeah.
I have probably put 20 some odd hours into this one now.
Oh my god.
Because, yeah, it's the open world one. And it's weirdly kind of good.
Oh, stop it. No, it's not. It's so empty.
I don't know. So it scratches a couple different itches for me. The map layout's like a Far Cry in that like it gives you the points on the map and you have to go like do the thing. And you kind of know what it's going to be, but you don't always know what it's going to be. It's fully a collectathon, which I don't really care for, but the stuff is so plentiful. It's not like you're really hunting anything down. Like in order to talk to the other characters who are currently suspended in between the real world and cyberspace for whatever the fuck, you have to collect like memory tokens essentially. Takes about like between 5 and 10 to talk to them or something like that. For Knuckles right now in the second thing, I have got like 400. I'm not going to use most of them. Like they just have them there now. Yeah. And also, you don't really have to do anything it tells you to do because there are these little side things with Big the Cat where you go to a fucking fishing hole and you can just farm
mini game.
Everything. You can farm everything you fucking need without playing any of the actual stages in this. Like,
yikes.
So in each one of the islands, like the mini world sort of situation, there are 7 quote unquote classic type stages. It's either the full side scroll or the 3D type of thing. There are 4 goals that you have to hit. Each goal that you hit, you get a key that unlocks a thing to get a Chaos Emerald. It's like clear the stage, do it with X amount of rings, do it in this time frame, and find the 5 like hidden rings throughout. Yeah. You can bypass literally all of that by fishing. I don't know why they put it in there. Like, the primary thing that you have to collect, which you would think would be very exclusive to, like, that, no, play our game like we want you to, like, play the game like a game. No. I can catch a coelacanth and then just turn that coin in for fucking prizes.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
That's so shitty.
Like, I'm on the second island. I have played one of the stages. I'm about to complete this island.
Love it.
There's this like event that because there's a day-night cycle that it's really confusing the way it works. But every couple of nights there's like a star shower, and then there's like all these little collectibles that you pick up, and it runs a slot machine because Sonic is obsessed with slot machines. And like occasionally you'll hit. Did you not have this happen at all?
I didn't fucking play the game, dog.
Oh, word. Do you mean why? Do you mean the? Okay, what are you questioning?
I'm saying I think Sonic might just have an addictive personality. That's
for sure. Speed, chili dogs, and slot machines.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like occasionally with the slot machine, you'll just get 100 fishing tokens. And then you go fishing with those, and you get between, like, you essentially trade it for currency for the collectible items, rendering every other aspect of this game completely moot.
Sure.
In the second stage, I am 3/4 of the way leveled up on all of my stats because of just farming stuff. And it's the easiest fishing mini game I've ever played. Like, none of this has a point. It's so funny. Like, I kind of want to... At this point, I think I'm playing it to see how far I can push it without doing the things that they want me to do. If I can complete this game without doing another one of their actual stages, I'm going to be so happy. The conceit of the whole thing is that, like, you go to an island, you're supposed to fight a Titan, you have to collect all the Chaos Emeralds in order to fight the Titan. Sonic goes Super Saiyan, fucks the guy up, then you get sent to another island, you lose the Chaos Emeralds, start that cycle over. I don't know how many islands there are in total.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 5, and, like, a classic Sonic partner character is one of the, like, is trapped on that island in, like, semi-ghost form, yada yada. It was Amy for the first stage, Knuckles for the second one. I'm gonna go, I know Tails is one of them. I'm gonna guess Shadow and probably Cream. Maybe it's Ruby, who knows? Maybe it's Mecha Sonic. I don't give a fuck.
Metal Sonic.
Metal Sonic. There's probably a Mecha
Silver.
Sonic too. Look,
could be Silver.
Maybe
the one who
Silver.
Uses Chaos Emeralds to travel from the future.
Yeah.
Trunks.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
Why are there so many Dragon Ball Z parallels when it comes to this fucking... Because, like, Shadow is Vegeta. Like, just straight up.
Yeah, dog.
You're right about Silver, and I never thought about it, but you are absolutely right, and even the way that, like, it's not hair, but, like, his hair falls kind of feels... Yeah. Wow. And then, like, there are 7 Chaos Emeralds that just get, like, thrown around the world, and then you collect them, and then he literally turns blonde and powers up. He goes Super Saiyan. I know the comparison has been made. I just don't understand why they're leaning into it as hard as they are.
Because inexplicably, in the year of our Lord 2025, Dragon Ball Z makes more money than Sonic does. So,
I don't know. Did those Ben Schwartz movies, like, move the needle at all? I will say, at game night, we get way more requests for Dragon Ball Z games than we ever have for Sonic. I don't think anybody's ever asked for a Sonic game. We will pretty regularly get asked for
Dragon Ball Kakarot.
Not Kakarot. Whatever the most recent fighting game was. Where, like, it
DBZ, DZ, ZBZ, DZ, BZ.
That's correct enough.
3.
Yeah. It's like Shining Flash or some.
It literally
it's
does
something like that, but, like, no, for sure it doesn't. But, like, yeah, you're right. It's for some reason still definitely a thing. But, like, the Chaos Emeralds deal has been around for a while. Blonde Sonic has been around for a while, and it kind of coincided with Dragon Ball Z. But, like, we're still doing it, and we're still expanding it. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, can I tell you what the actual name of that game is called?
Yeah.
The Dragon Ball one? It is Dragon Ball Sparking !0, all in caps.
I wasn't far off.
Yeah, no.
Like, upsettingly close, kind of.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, people ask for it. Guess, I don't know. I think I played one of those. Like, it wasn't that one. It was the... Is that one 3D or is it 2D still?
3D.
Okay. The most recent one I played was the 2D one that, like, actually looked like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Whatever. But that's pretty much it. I'm still playing Frontiers, and it's real stupid. That's
fucking wild.
There's just random boss fights all over the map, and, like, Robotnik's behind all of it. And there's this weirdo AI emo girl that just, like, pops up every so often, is like, hey, like, you're my enemy, and I'm not giving you any information.
As a hacker?
No, she's just like
really?
It kind of feels like one of those, like, Ring type ghosts, like, just Japanese horror film trope ghosts, a little bit, like, hair in front of one eye, just real sullen, flowing black gown kind of deal. But she answers to Robotnik, who's trapped in the digital space, but may have been created by Robotnik. I don't know. Sonic games have never really been strong on the story.
Like, honestly, I think that probably has to do with why they've been able to make games for 50 years or whatever it is.
Because the story's not good?
Because they don't have, like, hard guidelines to adhere to, you know?
Yeah, there's not the formulaic, like, well, Mario saves Peach, and regardless of how anything else goes, that's the core of our gameplay. No,
Sonic plays slot machines and eats chili dogs, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean,
and sometimes he just does zany things.
Sometimes he turns into a werewolf. Sometimes he tries to marry a human princess, and they have a makeout scene in the game. Sometimes he finds literal Excalibur. Like, these are actual things that have happened in Sonic games. It does not seem to matter at all.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movies? Any of the Ben Schwartz live-action movies?
Nope.
I refuse to pay for Paramount Plus, so I have not either. And I love Ben Schwartz.
Yeah.
I can't watch fucking what's his face? Who's that guy that sucks? Cyclops? No.
What are you talking about?
No. He
James
also
Marsden?
sucks. James Marsden. Do you know how many times James Marsden has been driving in a car with a cartoon character? It's happened a lot. Like, someone put together like a bunch of pictures of James Marsden in a car with a 3D animated character, and it's a surprising amount.
Well, to be honest with you, I was surprised that it happened more than once. So,
I suppose, like, hey man, he's coming back as Cyclops. Things are looking up.
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Anyway, I will report back with if I ever end up doing any of the stages in this game. This is my new goal. I think I can do it.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
I'm not wading into those waters, Dan. You can sink or swim with Sonic on your own.
I should note that they were free, right? Those were all free.
Yes.
I have not paid real money for a Sonic game since Heroes, and it will remain that way until the day I die. All right. Before we get out of here, a couple things we should announce. First of all, we want to thank everybody for listening to the first episode of our Delvebound podcast. If you are new to this show because of the Delvebound podcast, welcome. It's not usually this unhinged, but there's something in the air. We are going to be altering our release schedule ever so slightly. So we're moving back to Wednesday nights. It's like we're on the Fox schedule, like, and we're a sitcom that they don't really know what to do with. We just keep moving our days. We're getting Arrested Developmented a little bit.
Yeah.
That reference is for Brian Craig, especially. So we're moving back to Wednesdays. We're going to be releasing 2 episodes a month between Delvebound and this show, and we have a little something else that we're working on. Shea, should we actually tell them what we're planning?
Oh, just a little bit, Dan.
We're bringing back some of the old format. We're working out the details about how exactly we want to do this, but we really like how we did things, and we kind of got into a rut at one point, and so we changed it to what you're listening to now. But I like quizzing Shea. I like doing the short change. I like doing a lot of that stuff. So I think we're gonna go back to OG territory. So stay tuned for that, as well as for sure custom artwork for every episode for those. Because that was when it was
well, hey,
fun.
Dan, I'm really glad that you brought up
no
liking doing the quizzes.
Oh.
Because, Dan, would you like to play a game?
Bullshit. Yeah. Let's fucking play a game.
So, in honor of the fact that it's your birthday in a couple of days, and by the
man.
time you hear this, a couple of days ago, I decided to throw together a real quick quiz for you. All right?
Yeah.
So, while researching this quiz very quickly before we started recording, I discovered that, like what I can imagine is almost everyone else, game developers do not give a shit about when their characters' birthdays are, and so many will just give them the birthday of the game's release date. Excuse me. Samus is one of the best known examples of this, as her birthday is August 6th, because that's the day Metroid released on the NES. Chris Redfield is another victim of this lazy convention, as his birthday is the same as the release date for Resident Evil, aka Biohazard. There will be one character like that on this quiz, but for the most part, I tracked down the quote-unquote actual birthdays of 5, technically 6, well-known video game characters, as well as one birthday, which, like I said, is just the release date. Through the power of multiple choice technology, it will be your job, Dan, to tell me when each of these characters was born. So, for example, Chris Redfield, A, March 22nd, B, March 22nd, C, March 22nd.
D, all of the above.
Correct, yeah. So, that's going to be the format,
Sure.
all right?
This is bananas.
So, first up is Mario and Luigi. While all the information of Mario and Luigi's birthday comes from disclosures about the one where, like most sets of twins, people cared about more, Nintendo Power listed Mario's birthday during an interview with Shigeru Miyamoto, who also stated Mario, and subsequently the twin Mom told him he had to bring with him, is roughly 24 to 25 years old. So, is Mario's birthday, Mario and Luigi. See, I already forgot about the
Wait, are they canonically twins?
Fraternal twins, yes.
Really?
Yep.
I didn't know they were twins. I knew they were brothers, obviously, but like...
I believe the relationship has changed throughout the years, but fraternal twins is the current rule.
All right. Sure.
All right, so were Mario and Luigi born on A, January 6th, B, October 11th, or C, December 25th?
I don't know why we're starting with January 6th, but...
Taking it back.
Okay. Cool. All right. October 11th feels like the oddball out, so I'm going to go with that one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Final answer?
Final answer.
All right. Correct. October 11th.
Okay.
Well done. One point.
Is there any rhyme or reason to it? Like, okay. For context, do they explain any of it? Because you said it's not release dates for anybody else.
I don't know where it came from.
But like,
I don't know where it came from.
Okay,
but,
so much of this is shot in the dark for me. Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Up next, Master Chief has made a killing on, killing aliens across the galaxy. Before we came to know him as Master Chief, however, he was John 117, born on Eridanus 2, later known as Elysium City. Detailed in the prequel novel, The Fall of Reach, published a full 6 weeks before Halo Combat Evolved. When is Master Chief's birthday? Is it A, November 11th, B, March 7th, or C, June 12th?
Okay, this is a weird question, but... Oh, okay, no, wait. I think So, BDG, Brian David Gilbert, had done like a deep dive on every Halo novelization at the time when he worked for Polygon, and I was trying to remember lore-wise if... So, kids were abducted for the Master Chief program, whatever the thing was called.
Sure.
And I can't remember if they replaced them with clones or they cloned them and those were the ones that went on and they replaced the original kids. And like whether or not that would have mattered. But then I just remembered I wouldn't have known when either of their birthdays are, clone or otherwise. So don't know even why I bothered. Can you give them?
Do you need the dates? Do you need the dates
please.
Again, Dan? Yeah. A, November 11th. B, March 7th. Or C, June 12th.
March. We'll go March.
All right. That's 2 for 2, big dog.
Are you fucking serious?
No. Yes. No, I am.
Were they both B?
2 for 2.
Were they both B?
Yes, they were.
Oh, okay.
All right. Up next. Cloud's birthday has been a source of what I can only call the most minor of controversies, as when it was mentioned in Final Fantasy Tactics, it gave a date which has since been retconned for no clear reason. The Final Fantasy Ultimania Omega now lists the date commonly accepted as Cloud's birthday as A, April 1st, B, August 11th, or C, August 19th.
I'm gonna go B again for no reason other than I just want to see if there's a pattern.
That's correct, Dan.
Wait.
August 11th is the right answer.
Wait,
August 19th is the date mentioned in Final Fantasy Tactics. However, a couple years later, it was changed to August 11th with no rhyme or reason.
What the fuck? I don't... All right.
All right, are you ready?
I wonder if I still have the strategy guide for Final Fantasy VII, like the original strategy guide. All right. Anyway, go ahead.
I believe that has the old date in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
The 19th one.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Cool.
So 3 for 3 so far.
I'm
probably the most straightforward birthday I found Ryu's birthday was confirmed in the info screen in the first Street Fighter game, and Capcom didn't then later decide to change it and not say anything about it. So, since the beginning of the franchise, Ryu's birthday has been, and continues to be, A. July 21st, B. December 12th, or C. November 23rd.
Should I roll on B again?
That's up to you, man. You think there's a pattern?
This feels very game changer right now. I'm going to go C.
C is my birthday, Dan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. The correct answer is July 21st. A.
Okay.
I don't know why. Ryu's birthday, July 21st.
Okay.
So three for 4.
Did I have the option of hints at any point in time with this?
No, man, it's multiple choice. It's shot in the dark. You just have to guess the birthdays.
Oh,
I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to give you a hint.
Because there's no context for any of it.
Right. Yeah.
This is hilarious.
It's just random days. All right.
All right.
Question number 5. If Ryu's was the most straightforward birthday to track down, Mega Man's is probably the most obscure. Possibly never mentioned in a game. I've never been good at those games, so I've rage quit well before I would ever know. The data for this question comes from a poster for a Mega Man title that never came out in the US called Mega Man Battle and Chase, where an image of his driver's license reveals his birthday to be A. September 14th, B. December 17th, or C. June 26th.
I'm going to go B again.
Even though the last question was A?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You caught me.
Wait, see?
December 17th is Mega Man's birthday.
The real game is just the psychology between you and I. I can't put logic into the birthdays, so...
This is one that you should definitely get right. Sora continues an apparent long and storied tradition of the Mouse House giving their characters the same birthday as their on-screen debut. So when the first Kingdom Hearts game, released in 2001, came out, it immediately became canon that his birthday was the same day. This was later confirmed by Tetsuya Nomura in an interview in what I can only imagine was the best question in said interview, where he said that Sora's birthday was A. March 24th, B. March 28th, or C. November 12th.
What sucks is I think I had it narrowed down to March for when it was released, and now I have to play the game against you.
Yeah.
We're going B again. Fuck it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Seriously?
5 out of 6. 5 out of 6. March 28th.
Oh, man.
That would also, just for shits and giggles, seem to suggest that his two friends, whose names I couldn't be bothered to look up, were also born on March 28th.
Riku and Kairi.
Sure. Yeah. Because that would also be their on-screen debut.
Boy, that's fucking ridiculous. Now I'm Googling if Riku and Kairi have different birthdays. Where did you find this information? Like, this is bonkers.
I did about 25 minutes of research before we started recording today.
Oh, when you were supposed to be doing Delvebound prep?
Listen, part of Delvebound prep is making sure that you don't know what I'm going to do next, so this was definitely Delvebound prep.
Mark of a great DM. That's hilarious. Riku's birthday is November 11th, if anybody cared.
Oh, how about that? That was one of the options.
It was.
For Master Chief, I want to say? Yeah.
Holy
Master
shit.
Chief.
Good job.
Shot called, like the Morgan Frost trade. Anyway,
Hell
well done.
yeah.
5 out of 6 points. Let's get the fuck out of here, Dan. Where
All
can
right.
people find
Absolutely. You can find us on Blue Sky and on Facebook for the time being. I think we'll keep Facebook. There are more evil options. You can search Broken Gaming on both of those. We'll post the links for our Blue Sky because it's a much more complicated thing than other ats just were. You can also find us on Instagram at BNGPod, where we post sales that you should be aware of that we call cheap codes, as well as artwork for some of the episodes.
If you want to share the show, you can do so with our hosting site, which is anchor.fm/BNGpod. And if you want to catch very, 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 very occasional streams. You can do so on Twitch, which is twitch.tv/BNG Podcasts. I've been streaming a little bit more recently as we launched the Delvebound show. I've been doing some Skyrim streams, but definitely check those out. If you can't catch it on Twitch, you can find it over on our YouTube channel, along with all of our episodes, which is youtube.com/@brokeandgamingpodcast.
And if you'd like to send us an email for any reason, we will be taking game submissions once again for the old format. You can do so at brokeandgamingpod@gmail.com. All right, think that'll about do it. Next time you hear us, we'll be doing Delvebound, so check that out if you haven't yet already. And we will see you again next time. Goodbye, absolutely everyone.
Goodbye.